Well, would you look at that, the answer back, since you both voted for it, and because you really seem to like the last episode. And because the developers actually commented on my Elden Ring video and are actually subscribed. That was unexpected. So let's put our ears to the ground and be overwhelmed by the sound of the ants. Aye. What was I doing? Why do I have this here? What is this room for? And what's a better way to get my bearings than playing a mission? So let's get to it. I don't really remember what I was doing. Here we are.
A number of small Formica, Rufa, and Fusca colonies have established themselves on this beach. These defenders will have to hold their ground against the oncoming siege. If the colony survives, it will inherit the beach.
Right, so I need to not die. Got it. Oh yes, other ants. Go gather food, you little shits. Look at them go. Okay, so we've got honeydew. That's what those little insects shit out anyways. With the sweet allure of the Aphids Honeydew, I build some soldiers.
The plant life growing nearby is home to herds of grey aphids.
And then some more. But a mighty army requires a mighty stockpile to supply it, as logistics is the name of the game. So I quickly start digging out a stockpile of my own, and while the workers get to it, I gather the soldiers. Notice the pattern of the ladybug, it goes from right then to left. Yeah, that's back on left again, so that means I go right and steal their shit. So that's what that is. Their secretions. I watch the map, avoiding the ladybugs, allowing my soldiers to gather and bring back enough of the aphids' sweet butt nectar, which shall fund the construction of my glorious stockpile. With things so peaceful, it's time for some blood. Ant blood.
A party of Formica Fusca black ants are heading inland.
Black ants with a fairly bluish tint charge towards us. Okay, they're coming for me. Prepare for battle and all that. However, I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was. They're back this way.
The battle has begun.
Whoops. I don't know why I placed them up there. For some reason in my head that was the entrance, and it's not. It's this. I knew this was the entrance. Why did I do that? The walking blueberries are quickly put down and sink into the ground. Sad I can't eat their dead bodies. Be very useful. My cannibalistic tendencies aside, it's back outside to gather that sweet liquid gold. If ants ruled the US, this would be their oil. But you can't have nothing in the Undergrowth without a decent fight.
The Rufa colony on the low ground are sending troops to clear a path for their queen.
But at least I'm actually prepared this time. Oh, I like that.
The
fucking luminous yellow.
Themselves.
Little fuckers are cosplaying as bees. These false bees went weak in the knees and sink into the ground, as I completely overwhelm them. Now back to work. Go get more food. And the night arrives.
Night approaches, and with it, it brings a host of nocturnal predators out onto the beach. The high ground ants could go underground to wait out the night, but they would have to leave their precious aphids unguarded, face the peril out in the open, or hide away. After beating a beetle with our anti-people, we choose the former after realizing that the polka-dotted menace don't just take our sweet nectar, they take its source. Oh wait, they take like the whole fucking aphid and just carry out. Okay, well that's unfortunate. No. Why is it just digging? Why is it just digging? I wasn't trying to do that. I'm gonna go defend some of these aphids. But my addict ants immediately grab the aphid crack from their crack instead of fighting. Stop bringing food and just defend the point. Defend there. And ye will gather the food. Then things get worse. That's big, and I'm not prepared for that. Unfortunate. I may have doomed myself, but I think I should be able to take them. I hope. The beetle distraction lets the ladybug sneak by and eat my golden coke dispensers. And those beetles continue to arrive and distract. Leave my aphids alone, you little fucks. And things aren't really going well, as the beetles kill quite a lot of my ants. But thanks to that stockpile, I have a lot of food and I can send a continuous stream of ants to die. It's not going great, I'm gonna be honest. If you could focus on them, that would be great. Ignore the ladybugs. I have made mistakes, I believe, and more keep coming. There's so many of them. What am I doing? This was a terrible decision, and I'm not stopping it either. I'm saying it's a bad idea, but yeah, I'm continuing to do the bad idea. I mean, I'm firing out a constant stream of these boys, so they're bound to kill it eventually. I mean, we're killing some of the small ones, so they'll be here to scavenge later. Hopefully they stay away. That'd be
Quite unfortunate if they joined in. I was quite unfortunate. Well, they've joined in, so that's inconvenient. Oh, we killed a big one. Let's go. Turns out this was a great idea and I gained a ton of food. And the rest of the night is fairly calm apart from the swarms of ladybugs, who I realise don't fight back. The increase in food lets me expand and upgrade as my warriors continue to fight off the spotted menace. I then create another group of workers to gather food while the soldiers defend.
Dawn breaks, and the battle for the high ground will soon continue.
With morning's approach, so do the blue team's black ants, who we quickly engage. You ain't getting far. They're easily dealt with and the gathering of food continues. After which the yellows arrive.
The roofer colony are sending another assault. They are desperate to reach higher ground.
Thankfully we stop most of them at the entrance and the colony is safe. Back underground we dig out a bunch of beetles.
There are intruders in the nest.
And get to work killing them off. I sent the wrong ants. I meant to send the soldiers but I accidentally sent these. With them dealt with, I defend against more of the blues. With the increasing size of the enemy ant raids, we need even more food from both above and below the ground, including much more honeydew,
What are you going there? It's a bit of crack.
which feeds my army's rapid growth. Oh look, another attack.
More soldiers are emerging from the roofer nest.
Go, go, go. We hold them at the entrance and beat them off, I mean kill them. And with their death, night arrives.
Once again, the high ground wood ants must make a choice.
Of course we decide to defend our source of what is essentially the ant version of cocaine, which is just like the previous night as I have to fight off as many ladybugs and bastard beetles. Except this time, I have a lot more ants at my disposal and see a lot more success, allowing me to grow my army even further. And as night passes to morning, I watch some crabs on the beach and then send even more ants to the surface.
More black ants are emerging from the Fusca nest.
A lot of ants. With my ever-growing army, I easily beat the blue-black ants, but then the wasp wannabes arrive and the chemical warfare causes me quite a few losses. But thankfully I have some of my own. Then I get to work building more soldiers, and soon enough the anti-my ant antagonists unionize and start working together.
Both lower ground colonies are now sending out armies at the same time.
I defend both the east and the west from these invaders, as nothing will stop my ants from getting their sweet fix. However, the bee bitches are much more problematic as they gun down a lot of my ants, causing a need for reinforcements, weakening the other front. But thankfully the pests from the west are much weaker and easier to deal with, and once again they're thrown back to the beach. And night soon arrives and I make a poor decision as I attempt to defend both sides, completely overextending myself. As we shall soon see, there is a lot more beetles than I expected, meaning I don't have enough ants, leading to a lot of dead ants, leading to a continuous reinforcing stream of more ants. And though I do seem to be doing alright in the west, the east situation is much more tenuous. But I'm not yet as concerned as I should be, as the west looked safe. But soon realizing I had little food left, and I was losing a lot of ants as the enemies just kept coming, I finally caught on to myself and put all my eggs in one basket, in the hopes of fixing my blunder. I then take a gamble and send all of my forces to the west, even though the enemy just keep coming. This has been a poor decision. I've bit off a lot more than I could chew tonight. They're still coming. Making stupid decisions is so much fun. Thankfully my decision was the right one, as I managed to hold these aphids for the rest of the night, and since I do actually have some ants left, I can gather all the food I can and hopefully recover all of my losses. But then we get some worrying news.
Last night's high tide was dangerously close to the low ground nests. Today is their last chance to relocate. The low ground colonies won't show any restraint. Their attacks will be desperately vicious.
Oh wow, they're already coming. Okay. That was unexpected. We send most ants east and leave a few to hold the west, though I soon have to change that decision as I completely underestimated them.
A large black ant force has been sent from the Fusca nest.
Yeah, fuck. My initial defense was broken, and some were distracted by a ladybug. They then steal my sugary nectar, and enough is enough. They split up their forces and become a much easier target, allowing me to succeed. And once they're beaten, I must immediately go and fight the beast in the east, as they too were swarming me.
More wood ants are heading toward the high ground colony.
I can see that. As my brave ant soldiers fight, the workers continue to gather food to help fuel this meat grinder. This is just a never-ending swarm, and these guys are going to break through because there's a fuck ton of them. I have to continuously send my ants back and forth to deal with my multiple foes, who keep on swarming.
Both lower ground colonies are now sending out armies at the same time.
Were they not already doing that? But they're getting desperate and soon send everything they have left, including their queens.
The day is almost over. The low ground is already starting to flood. The lower ground nests are emptying completely, and the ants are rushing up the bank. This is their final assault.
While fighting the bumblebee knockoffs, the blue-backed black ants enter my colony. But thankfully they're blocked by the reinforcements for all of my dead ants on the surface, and they're able to hold them for now. Once those on the surface are dead, we're able to focus on the remaining invaders, who manage to reach my queen with their queen. But thankfully we are ants, and this isn't chess, and their queen's gambit doesn't pay off, leading to their chemical cleansing. And with that, the battle is over, and there's no enemy ants left, meaning the beach is now my bitch.
Tomorrow their empire will expand to the undefended intertidal flats below, commanding both the aphid farms and the bounty of the sea.
Ooh, now it's back to the lab, where I gather my just reward. Gather the food, little bitches. Alright, time for the second experiment.
Introduce 20 Formica fusca ants.
The first attack is completely demolished.
Now let's try the Formica rufa ants.
The second wave proves to be little more dangerous than the first, and are quickly demolished, and I'm given a reward.
Good.
He's given me his seed.
Introducing 40 rufa ants.
They do have chemical warfare though. I don't have that. The third is slightly more dangerous, but still not a problem.
Increasing to 50 rufa ants.
The fourth is even more so, but still no real challenge.
Good, good.
Don't talk in my ear like that. The sciencey man then tries to double team my colony.
We will start with 30 of each.
I think he's going to swarm me to a point that I'm not able to beat it. That's going to be problematic. We still destroy them, but now he sends a threesome.
Introducing 30 of each rufa, fusca, and raptor ants.
Some of which do get inside. That's unfortunate. But after checking the surface, they're already dead when I look back. Oh no, they didn't do anywhere near as well as I thought they would. And after looting some seed, I elect to stay underground and defend at the entrance.
Doing well, my intrepid raptors, but what's this?
What is...
giant tiger beetle has joined the fray.
Why is he painted like a cow?
And another. Oh no, 3
Oh,
tiger
great.
beetles.
2 tiger beetles. First one's dead. Eat shit. Quickly enough, the beetles fall. Okay, I'm doing surprisingly well. Though it is much easier when he sends them all one at a time. Not the smartest tactics. There is things happening in that pile, I swear. Mightn't look like it, but there's a war there. It's not just a mosh pit. Then the science man tries to really kill me.
What's this? 1, 2, 3, 9, 10 wolf spiders. It hardly seems fair.
The spiders zip about like kids on coke. The sugary kind, that is. Thankfully I can quickly dispatch them, and each one goes out in style, doing a sick backflip. And that's another mission down. Whoa. I'm then given the ability to spawn stuff in. If I spawn in these bigger guys, will I be able to eat them once I kill them, or will they just slowly morph into the ground like the ants do? But first I upgrade my ants, as well as my base, and then for some reason I just make noises for 10 minutes straight. Beep, bop, bop, beep, boop, beep, boop, bop, beep, beep, boop. Alright, time for some beetles. Yeah, they just morph back into the floor. I then accept the mission to rehouse my colony as what I assume is an ant bangs out some piano.
Careful with the queen.
Yes, I know how to use a trowel.
Ugh.
He's gonna use a trowel? I'm hoping the, all of that random shit I just built didn't, all those soldiers I built didn't decrease my,
Close the project. Bah! Did you hear that? Final experiment, my foot. I'm in charge of the colony, and I will decide when we've finished testing. Grow quickly, my little ants. We have lots of work to do.
Cool. Now in my new home, I dig my way out and arrive in a brand new world. Ready to explore. Ready for what's to come. Hopefully you like this video just as much as the last one, but there will definitely be more ants in the future. So if you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Brr. And well, if you've gotten this far, let me know in the comments by commenting this.
Have a nice little relaxing smoke of crack.